To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world. Thank you.
Hey guys, it's Opkol, and as a SoCal native, Disneyland feels like a second home to me, even though I go about once a year. And when I go, it almost feels like the first time every time. There's just so much charm and magic in the parks, it's unbelievable. Of course, when I visit, I'm trying to have fun. And how does one have fun at Disneyland? Attractions. There are over 80 attractions at the resort, enough for a full day of fun. Also enough to make a video about them. Now, most people will go with a top 10 video, but I couldn't keep it down to 10 because it was just too hard for me to do so. Before we get into this list, for your safety, please remain seated at all times while the video is playing with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And please, watch over any small children with you. Thank you. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado todo el tiempo con sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas adentro y cuide a sus pequeñitos, por favor. Gracias. Let's get on with the show. Here are my top 15 attractions at the Disneyland Resort. Number 15. The Disneyland Railroad is one of many staples in the resort. You walk into Disneyland and it's the first attraction you could get on. There's nothing really thrilling about this attraction compared to others on this list, and that's kind of what I like about it. It's just a calm, easygoing attraction. Walt really liked trains, which makes sense why this attraction is in the park. You can walk into the park and hop right on and quickly travel to different stops in the park, which are on Main Street, USA, New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. Of course, you can also get on this attraction any time of the day to get around. Or, it's the middle of the day, you don't want to wait in a 30-minute line for an attraction, but you want to get on an attraction. You could come aboard, sit down, relax your feet and legs, enjoy your churro, turkey leg, Dole Whip, your whatever, and just enjoy the ride. All aboard? Number 14. Radiator Springs Racers. This is where the thrill starts to come in on this list. I want to be straight up. I have been on this attraction only once. But hey, it was good enough to be on this list. Cars Land in general is great, but its e-ticket attraction is greater. For the most part, it's build up to the exciting part at the end, what you can see from the outside of the attraction. However, the build-up is not boring. You get to see probably the best animatronics Disney has ever put out. You have a small journey into town only to be greeted with the race with another car full of guests once you get into town. The race is quick, but really fun. You better hope you win, because the winner is random. Good luck, and I'll see you on the racetrack.
Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona. Get your kicks on Route 66.
This is the Global
Number
Broadcasting
13.
Service, serving remote outposts since 1928.
Jungle Cruise is another attraction like the railroad. It's a staple and an easygoing attraction. Also like the railroad, you can get on this attraction to relax. In the railroad, there's a few sights to see, but the Jungle Cruise has a story, nice looking animatronics, and best thing of all, the skippers. Yeah, their jokes are cheesy and cringy at times, but you can't help but enjoy them. There's nothing too fancy about this attraction, but it gets the job done. Another thing about this attraction is that if the group I'm with wants to get on, I don't complain. Personally, I don't know anyone who doesn't like this attraction. Maybe because that person fell in with the piranhas. Number 12. Soarin' is one of the most beautiful attractions in the whole resort, even though everything you see is on a screen. This revolutionary simulator takes you to a little over 10 different locations around the world, from Greenland to Australia, from the Great Wall of China to Argentina. Some of these locations are even accompanied with scents pumped out into the room. My favorite scent probably has to be the island smell during the Fiji scene. And my favorite location has to be the Eiffel Tower, because this scene actually looks real. When I first saw this scene, I was absolutely stunned. It's incredible what Imagineering could do. Also, how am I going to talk about Soarin' without mentioning the best safety video starring Patrick Warburton? Hey Peter, have a nice flight. Number 11. Matterhorn bobsleds. Although one of the most painful attractions in the resort, it's still one of the most fun, especially now with its updated effects. A new pre-show on the up-ramp lift, a new centerpiece after the lift, and a new animatronic of Harold. Yes, the Yeti has a name, and it's Harold. A fun little story about this attraction. Walt once went on vacation to Switzerland and saw the real-life Matterhorn mountain. He sent Imagineer Vic Green a postcard with the mountain on it with a note saying, "Vic, build this. Walt." Lo and behold, we now have the Matterhorn bobsleds. If you want to start your day off with some excitement, may I recommend this attraction. The line may sometimes look intimidating, but it goes by reasonably quick. When you're up there, say hi to Harold for me. Number 10. Toy Story Midway Mania is an absolute blast. There's no other attraction like it. Well, but we all know that this one is better. It's crazy fast-paced 3D fun with everyone's favorite toys. When you're getting on, you and your far are ready for battle. There will be words and actions you'll regret, but it's all in good fun. Come out victorious and you have bragging rights for the rest of the day. I wonder how that feels. People, do not spray and pray in this attraction. You will not win. Anyway, you visit different theme locations based on the Toy Story gang. There's the space location, prehistoric stage, and even... Oh no. No! No! Just kids! They deserve to go so soon! No! Just kids! They deserve to go so soon! Excuse me. Remember to giddy up and don't shoot during the practice round. Save your stamina.
Midway Mania. You'll love this game, it's so insania. Everybody, I said
Number 9. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. What I think is the most beautiful roller coaster in the resort. Take a trip on a mine train through an old abandoned mine in the Old West. You'll see caverns, nature, and a few special friends. After going on this attraction, maybe you'll stop by Big Thunder Ranch for some barbecue or look at the petting zoo they got there. It's just around... never mind. At least we still got this fantastic attraction with fantastic scenery. This is one of the fastest attractions in the resort, so you better sit down tight.
Cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
Number 8. Splash Mountain. My favorite water attraction ever. It's not the only water attraction in the resort. There's also Grizzly River Rapids, but I'm not trying to get that wet. Splash Mountain is the perfect mix of fun, excitement, and getting reasonably wet. The attraction's music might get annoying at some times, but we all still love it, right? I mean, we got these fun animatronics singing the whole time, might as well join them from time to time. My favorite part of the attraction is at the end, when you're warned about the laughing place, because at that point, you know the drop is coming, and you get to take your photo. Then it all ends with a happy song and dance, the old Disney fashion. See you at the laughing place. Number 7. The Incredicoaster is an attraction I have actually not been on. It just opened recently and I haven't been to the resort to get on it. But we all know that this is a retheming of California Screaming, which I have been on. So I'll be talking about the Incredicoaster through my experience with California Screaming. This is definitely the fastest attraction in the resort. And there's no build up to the speed since the attraction starts with a launch. 3, 2, 1 and zoom! You're on your way. With the Incredicoaster, we have what are called character moments in the tubes throughout the attraction. You'll encounter all members of the Parr family as they try to catch a Jack Jack after he got away from Edna Mode's watch. Of course, I haven't seen these character moments in person, but on video alone, they look cool anyway. And so does the music. It sucked to have to say goodbye to the California Screaming music, but now we got the Incredibles score, which is one of my favorite film scores out there. California Screaming may be gone, but we now have the Incredicoaster. So put on your mask and get out there.
All personnel, clear the launch
Number
platform.
6.
Personnel, clear launch platform.
Space Mountain. Here we have another roller coaster, my favorite too. Taking place in the far reaches of space, this attraction mixes a coaster and a dark ride into one, and they mix perfectly. You're twisting and turning while you can't see anything but the stars filling the show building. This attraction also has some pretty awesome music. And hey, Michael Giacchino did the music for this too. The music for this attraction would be second on my list, behind one that's higher on this list, but we'll get to that attraction soon enough. Now be careful when you're traveling this fast out in space. You don't know what you could run into. Number 5. Star Tours. The adventures continue. The original Star Tours was good, but this is something else. The attraction was pretty much taken apart and put back together with new bells and whistles. We got 3D, randomized trips, and a new pilot. I always loved Star Wars, and I always loved Star Tours, and I was excited to see what would be brought to the table with this attraction enhancement. Imagineering surely delivered. I'm always excited to see what planets I'll get, or transmission, or to see if I'm the rebel spy. Still haven't been it. One day. Have a nice flight, and may the Force be with you. Number 4. Haunted Mansion is one of the most classic attractions in the park. If Walt was involved in the making of an attraction, it's pretty much a classic by now. We start the attraction in a spooky setting, but we then leave in a fun setting after going through this extraordinary mansion. Moving statues, floating candelabras, ghosts, but most of them are fun ghosts. Originally thought up as a walk-through wax museum, Walt wanted a scary attraction, and in time, the Haunted Mansion was in development. In development, Imagineers Claude Coates and Mark Davis clashed on the experience of the attraction. Claude wanted scary, while Mark wanted a more silly experience. Today, we have both experiences, with Madame Leota seen as a transition between the two settings. I without a doubt prefer the original version rather than the Nightmare Before Christmas version. Disney, if you're listening, stop doing that. Some people might visit Disneyland once in their life and not get to experience the real Haunted Mansion. Hashtag not my Haunted Mansion. By the way, I heard there's 999 happy haunts in this mansion, and there's room for one more. Maybe you'd want to volunteer? And hey, quick little editor's note, the original Haunted Mansion just celebrated its 49th birthday on August 9th. So happy birthday, Haunted Mansion.
While the crypt doors creak and the tombstones quake,
Spooks come clockwork swing and wake,
happy haunts materialize.
and begin to vocalize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
Number 3. Pirates of the Caribbean. What I think is absolutely the most classic attraction in Disney history. This attraction has my favorite story in any attraction. It's the life of a pirate told in reverse. We start with all the dead pirates and their skeletons, and transition into the life of pirates when they were still around. We see the pirate life with battles, looking for treasure, rummaging of towns, and even selling women. Even though that's something that's not right in modern times, it's still the pirate life. No need to change it. This attraction has my favorite starting scene, Bayou. Not only is it a pretty backdrop for the Blue Bayou restaurant, it's just pretty in general. We have an old man playing banjo. Wait, he doesn't have a banjo. Who's playing that banjo? Who is that man? Is he a retired pirate? Wait, why is there a talking skull? Wait! Let's all sing together, mateys.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. We pillage, we plunder, we rifle and loot, drink up behind yo ho. We kidnap and Remington, don't.
Number 2. Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. One of the most controversial reskins at Disney, and I kind of understand why. But then again, I didn't get on Tower of Terror until a few months before it was closed. But it's still an elevator drop, so it's no big deal, and I personally like the story better. I would rather help break out the Guardians than go into a haunted elevator. Plus, this attraction has character scenes and randomization. There's a random drop pattern and a random song played since music is such a big part of Guardians of the Galaxy. One last thing, the rocket animatronic is my favorite animatronic. It's not the best, but still, look how cool it is. Never forget that we are Groot.
Born to be wild. Born to be wild.
And now, before we get to number 1, here are some honorable mentions. Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters is like an early TED for Midway Mania. If you don't have a park hopper, you can challenge your friend at this. Finding Nemo's Submarine Voyage is another one of those relaxed attractions. You get some cool views of the coral reef and have some fun with Nemo and his friends. And now, number 1. Indiana Jones Adventure, or also known as Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. I have to go on this attraction every time I visit the park. A lot about this attraction is crazy. Adventureland needed a new ride, and because Disney already worked with George Lucas on Star Tours, they came up with the idea to bring Indiana Jones to the park. The queue tells the story of the ride in an amazing, sleek fashion. Many of the story elements are not in plain sight, and you have to become an adventurer like Indy to find them. You're walking through half a mile of story. Half a mile! Thanks, Disneyland Railroad. This is the attraction I was alluding to in regards to my favorite music. It's John Williams' score. John Williams, the maestro of the movies. This attraction has you live in an Indiana Jones movie. Indy tells you to go on without him when you first meet him. This is your story, your movie. Fun fact, why is there a giant snake in the temple? Well, how else are you going to do a close-up shot of a snake for 12 people at once? This attraction has it all. Suspense, action, scary moments. It's a real-life movie. There is simply no other attraction that can beat this one. And that's why it's my number 1 favorite attraction at the Disneyland Resort. There's my list. What do you think? I know it will probably change with Galaxy's Edge opening next year, but I want us to make this video either way for fun. What are your favorite attractions? What's so great about the attractions is that everyone has their favorite. Mine's Indiana Jones, but yours might be Haunted Mansion, or even Peter Pan's Flight. And we have one man, just one man to thank for all of this joy and magic.
That's right, anything's possible in Disneyland.
Anyway, until next time, See ya.
Walt, you've made a bum out of Barnum today, but we've got to go.
I know, but I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and everybody that helped make this dream come true.
Let's go into Fantasyland and have some fun.
Let's go.
Goodbye, folks.